On the occasion of Maxwell's birthday, I stand for peace because violence is too expensive. Violence breaks homes. Violence breaks nations. Let me tell you what mob injustice is to me. Mob injustice is depriving little kids of their daddy time. It is depriving kids of fatherly love. It is depriving kids the right to be loved and cared for by both parents. It is depriving parents of the love of their children. It is depriving wives of being with their husbands. It is depriving a nation of resourceful citizens. Mob injustice is simply deprivation. Mob injustice is also the violation of the human rights of people. They took away Maxwell's right to life, Article 3, freedom from torture, Article 5, right to fair public hearing, Article 10, although that may refer more to matters of the court. Right to be considered innocent until proven guilty, Article 11. Right to marriage and family, Article 16. I add this because he has been forcefully taken away, thereby destroying our marriage and family life. Today is filled with pain, memories of the past, and longing for the return of a dear husband, son, and father. Like all other days, the memories are flooding in, from waking up to pray for him at dawn, to making breakfast in the morning and singing a happy birthday song, to sending 1,000 messages in the day, and planning where to leave a birthday gift. We all know the cruel circumstances under which we lost Maxwell, and this needs no repeating. Maxwell would have celebrated his 32nd birthday today. We celebrate him because of his many good qualities, including being a great patriot who sacrificed majority of his adult life to our dear country, Ghana. He served with so much love and dedication that even in his death, he teaches us the need to love one another, forgive one another, and give utmost respect to the rule of law. Mob action has been a dark part of our society, and over the years, our country has lost invaluable resources, properties, and dear lives through such unjustifiable acts. Many families have suffered pain because people decide to take laws into their own hands in the name of instant justice. Today should remind us of the need to move past such barbaric acts and embrace love, respect for humanity, the rule of law, and to exercise restraint by thinking about others and the effect of our actions on their lives. The institutions that need to be strengthened to bring back their credibility must be strengthened because citizens cannot continue to put the laws in their hands. Imagine living in a country without leaders and institutions. There will be no order, no progress. We call on our institutions to repay the confidence we have reposed in them by being proactive, responsive, and transparent in all ways and at all times. We can't afford to lose our nation builders to barbaric acts. Children must not lose their fathers to such acts. How will growing up be for them? Even at this age, they hear things from their mates. Jaden goes like, "My father is not dead. He's a soldier. He's a Spider-Man." Then Jerry says, "Yes, yes." And then they conclude that daddy is with Jesus. They hear bits and pieces of the events, but I don't know where they hear them from. One day, a little girl told Jaden that people used block to hit his father. No one should downplay the seriousness of what happened, because some of us are going to forever live with the implications. And yes, people forget easily. And so in our own little way, as a family, we will keep hammering on the injustice than us. We all have a part to play in ending mob injustice and all other vices. Ask yourself what you are doing in your own small way to make a worrying trend a thing of the past. We all live in communities and have identified one or two evils. What are you doing about it? The Sustainable Development Goal 16 talks about promoting peaceful societies. Let's all endeavor to make our communities peaceful. There are lots that can be done. Youth groups finding innovative ways to talk about pressing issues, maybe through drama or anything at all. It's our society, and we alone can build it and make it safe. Let's not make the sacrifices of people who have gone ahead of us be in vain. Churches, the media, etc. must not stop preaching about peaceful coexistence. Happy birthday, Maxwell. May your memories live on to shape the future of our country for the best. Never again. Maxwell stood for strength, firmness, fairness, and forging on. Just don't give up. Make lemonades out of lemons. I want to use this opportunity to thank the whole nation for standing by my family and showing us love. We are really, really grateful. God bless you all.
So that was a speech from the late Major Mahama's wife, Barbara Mahama, who is here with us in the studio. And on the occasion of her late husband's birthday, she decided to speak on the ill that has been done to her society, and she's called on every single citizen of this country to rise up against these devilish acts that have affected her family and several families as well. Indeed, justice delayed is justice denied, but also we need to understand that the wheels of justice do grind slowly, but they do come to a halt. I'm going to talk to Barbara Mahama now in this exclusive interview since the death of her late husband. Thank you so much, Barbara. How are you feeling today, knowing very well that it would have been a day where you celebrated, did a lot of merrymaking? How did you feel when you woke up?
I woke up at dawn and my heart was beating. It was just beating. Like right now, my heart is beating. And then I slept and then woke up. I did his usual. We have a birthday culture. We do breakfast, like heavy breakfast. So I did it, and then I went to Christ the King, opposite Christ the King. There's a woman there who usually sleeps there with her children. I just dropped the pack there.
Oh, I know that family.
Yes. So I gave my son's breakfast to them this morning.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
God bless you. Now, I know it's been a very difficult moment for you, but when this happened, the whole nation was shocked to the marrow. How did you feel with the outpouring of love from Ghanaians, knowing very well that this thing has been going on in this country for so long, but this time it feels like it had hit home?
I appreciated it, and I still appreciate it, and the love has not stopped. So I'm very grateful. My whole family is very grateful. We thank you all for the love.
Okay. Now, you read a very beautiful speech trying to tell people about not taking the law into their own hands. Now, if you met people in a community who continue to perpetrate this act, what would you tell them one-on-one? What would you say to them?
I'll just tell them my story. You can't afford to take the law into your own hands. You destroy, you break homes, and it's not nice. Just stop and think about others.
How did you take the news?
What should I say? It's unbelievable. Because when you are with someone, you think you'll be with the person forever. And then one day you wake up and the person is not there. It just teaches you how life is. It's very fleeting. Today you are here, tomorrow you are not. So it's still difficult. I don't think it will ease soon. But we are managing.
And how are the children doing?
They are doing well. They miss him a lot. The little one intentionally mentions his name when he's crying, and that makes me cry too, because it's some way you be crying, daddy, 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 and you know when he went, he always called, so they were speaking, and then I usually do short videos to send to him and things, and they always look forward to it. But today I woke them up at dawn, and then they sang a birthday song to him. I recorded them.
I'm here with Barbara Mahama. She's the wife of the late Major Maxwell Mahama. And Barbara, you were telling me about how you got the news of the death of your late husband.
So the military brought the news to me. I didn't hear of it on social media, but I was getting funny messages. Hey, is what I'm hearing true? Is what I'm hearing true? And I think we being in the social media age, we should exercise restraint when you hear of something bad. Maybe just, I have a few friends who did not send any messages, did not call or anything. The messages I was getting was a bit off because I hadn't heard from him for a long time. So me myself, I was feeling some way that, oh, is everything okay? And then I start getting, is what I'm hearing true? Tell me it's a lie. And it can kill. So I think we should all
So you
exercise.
felt a lot of anxiety.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And then the military came over and broke the news.
No, they didn't. They broke the news to me on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes.
But on Monday, did you have any idea of what had happened to him?
No. I knew. I didn't hear from him, but in the evening, the military came around and then they said he was involved in an accident and he's in a critical condition. It was just to manage the whole situation, which I appreciate that a lot. And then on Tuesday, they broke the news. But we are humans. You always have a feeling, yes. So I couldn't sleep. My pastor was with me in the room. We prayed that night. And I couldn't just sleep. My heart was, I was doing, I was just, I wake up and then I do, right? It was serious.
And then you saw the pictures.
Oh, I saw the pictures maybe Wednesday. Also, I avoided social media. I wasn't on social media, so I didn't see any.
Hopefully nobody sent it to you on WhatsApp.
No.
Okay. Okay.
But I requested to see it, and then so it was in a setting, and then they showed it to me.
And what was your reaction?
I couldn't believe it. But as Christians, we have hope. That's when our loved ones die, and they die in Christ. They're in a better place. So I saw past the body.
Okay. And do you feel any anger towards the people of
Anger is part of the process, of the healing process, I'll say. It's natural to be angry about a lot of things, including those who did it. So anger is part. So once in a while, I get angry.
Have you forgiven them?
Forgiving. Okay, I haven't thought about it.
Okay. All right. Now, before we go, I've seen so many messages coming through for you. A lot of people admiring your strength and your courage, and also wishing you well, and your children as well. Let me just quickly read a few to you before we go. This is from Prince Jiwonu, who says that I want to urge you to continue to remain strong and keep faith with the Lord, and He will not let you down. And there's another message here. From 1 minute from Akroma, who says that God be your strength, and I hope that you will get past this. And someone else is asking, would you have your children join the army one day? Well, that's not a decision for her to make. The children would have to make that decision themselves. Quickly, let me just take the hashtag is Barbara Mahama Speaks. So if you want to say anything to her, okay. This one is from Kobe Blue, who says that it's very sad and so heartbreaking. Take heart, my dear sister. I'll continue to pray for him and the departed souls as we Catholics celebrate All Souls, and that's happening actually tomorrow. So Erin says that please make sure that she doesn't cry. Well, she's a very strong woman. Very, very strong. But that's a few of the messages we have received from people to you. And you are back, working, right? You're fine now. Not very fine, yes. But at least you have people around you. Yes. How is Maxwell's mother doing?
She's fine. It's not easy for her. They were very close. Actually, anyone who knows Maxwell knows that she's a very lovely person. So it's very difficult. They were very, very, very close, and he was close with everyone, his dad. So it's a big blow. I don't know if we will come to terms with it, but it's a gradual process. Maybe one day we will all really, really, really accept it. But for now, we are managing. We are taking one day at a time.
Yeah. Is she back in the UK, or is she still here?
Yeah. Okay, she went and she's back.
She's back with you now. Okay, and I have to say a big thank you to you, Barbara Mahama, for gathering the courage to speak to us this evening. I'm really, really touched, and we'll continue to pray for you.
I'm doing it for him. I can still hear his voice. Okay, Barbara, do this. Barbara, do this. Do that. Do that. Don't do this. Don't do this. So today I knew he would want me to give his breakfast out, so I did, and he would want me to be bold and speak out. So, Maxwell, I did it for you.
Okay. And in your tribute at the funeral, you told us about how he encouraged you to go back to school and everything he did for you.
After my first degree, he was like, you don't have any option. You are doing your master's. And I said, okay. So I did my master's. I was even pregnant with Jerry. I found out I was pregnant with Jerry when I was doing my master's. It was so hectic. But he kept encouraging me.
Okay. There's a message here from one Mensam Ahen, who says that he actually hails from Denchura Obuase but lives in Tema, and wants you to know that on behalf of the people, they are sincerely sorry, even though he's very, very upset with what happened there, and he never thought that the people of Denchura Dumase could ever do this to a human being, and he hopes that you find it in your heart to forgive them.
Speechless. Yeah.